everybody, welcome to Mark's Remarks. Today I'm going to be doing another dinner in my new, I don't know what you call this, casserole thing. Some of you regular viewers would remember that I got this from the charity shop about a week or so ago. £5, there you go, it's perfectly good. No chips, no nothing. I could have done with something a little bit bigger. As you can see, it's sort of like, you know, if you're going to get a chicken in there, you have to really cut it up. Anyway, I'm going to be using this again, but today I'm going to be doing pork chops in this pot, okay, and also some sausages. Now there is 10 sausages here. Now the trouble is, when I got these, it was several months ago. I don't know whether I got them while they were frozen or I froze them without. Normally I would separate them out, you know, put them into freezer bags, because I tell you, I pulled them out of the freezer. I was hammering it with a rolling pin. I couldn't separate them, so I had to defrost all 10. So yeah, in case you're interested, these are G. Whites and Co. Porky Whites sausages. 84% beef pork, 84% shoulder and belly. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to pan down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few sausages in there. I've just put them in the microwave for about 8 minutes on defrost, which kind of defrosted them to an extent. Not 100%. Okay, there's 5. I'm going to put the 2 pork chops in there. Then the other 5. Oh, shit. Drop that one. Okay, there's 5 and 10 sausages, 2 pork chops. And then I'm going to fill it up with some, I've got some cut up potatoes I got from the freezer shop the other day. I'm going to put some of those in. Now while I'm doing this, I'll do a couple of shout outs. Now last week I did a pasta with bacon and pork chop and chipolata sausages. Now Andrew Goring gave it a name. He calls it the Meaty Nara. Now, it took me a few minutes to work that out. I think that's a spin on the word marinara, the pasta sauce. So he calls it Meaty Nara. Dave Dump called it Piggy Pasta, which is very good. Piggy Pasta, very good, because it had pork chop and chipolata sausages. Could be. Oh, and the other day, the first video I did, by the way, of you with using this this dish, I did a chicken dinner and I had to cut it up. I took it out of the bag, cut it up into pieces. Now, Joanna Butler and Vanessa Lawson, they both say that the chicken could have been cooked in the bag, which is true. I found out afterwards that it could have been cooked in a bag. Oh, I wonder if we're going to get the lid on this. It could have been cooked in a bag, but I didn't realise until afterwards. I should have read the... there you go. I should have read the instructions. But if I have... See, that's the thing. I've only had this oven about 2 weeks now. And I don't have any baking tray. I had to buy this thing from a charity shop. I don't have any baking trays and I don't have nothing. It just has like 3 shelves in there. So once I get some of those big square baking trays, then I can go in and put the whole chicken in the oven without this pot and do some other stuff and, you know. But at the moment I'm having to do it, anything I can fit in the pot. Alright, so now I'm going to put it in the oven. Here we go, my new oven. It's on the best I can figure the buttons out is the, there's a square right there with a line at the top and a line at the bottom. I guess that's to indicate heat from the top and bottom. Timer doesn't work, but I'm going to put it on 200 degrees. I don't know, it says C there, Celsius I guess. Anyway, here we go. Middle of the oven. And there we go, I'm going to put that in for an hour. And then after an hour, what I'll do, I'll go in there, take the dish out, take all the pork chop and sausages and the potatoes out, and then drain any juice, then put them back in a different order, and then it'll cook evenly. So anyway, that's the plan. I'll see you back in an hour. All right, it's been 1 hour, and I've taken all the items out, put them in a plate, drained off the little bit of oil. Actually, there wasn't a lot. There's a bit of juice from the sausages, I think. Anyway, what I'm doing, I'm cutting the sausages down the middle, so that because they look a bit pink, but they've only been in for an hour. And what I've noticed is the sausages are sort of like, they're dark on one edge where they've been touching the this casserole thing. Alright, so I'm going to cut them in half to help the heat get in there a bit more. I'm going to do that with all the sausages. I'm going to cut up the pork chops as well. I'm just going to trim off the fat and then cut the pork chops into, into sort of three. Cut them into thirds just to give them a bit extra, so they can, access to the heat. And then put the potatoes back on the top. Okay, that's the sausages cut up. Now, hopefully I can get the potatoes fitted back in the pot, because it was like right up to the brim the first time, but now I've cut all the meat up. Actually, I think that may work. There you go, spread them about. Alright, so now all the meat hopefully is going to have more access to the heat. Okay. Yep, lid goes on. Okay, and then back in the oven. Alright. Back in the oven for about an hour, and then I'll have another look at it. Right, the dinner is finally ready. I'm boiling up the water from the veg. Oh, yeah, I decided to boil some veg up, of course, as usual, but I didn't film it. Now, all the sausages I cut up, after I took them out after about an hour or so, I cut them up so they would heat up nicely. And put them back in. Oh, and what I've done is, because I've made so much, I'm going to do the usual thing. It's easier actually to cook it all in one go and then sort of reheat it tomorrow for breakfast. There's going to be plenty of good stuff in here. Lots of sausages, lots of potatoes, lots of veg. Oh yeah, you can see that over here. I've got a bowl full of veg here. The rest of this I'll have tomorrow for breakfast. In fact, I could even put, with breakfast, I could even put that all with beans. That's what I could do. Anyway, so that's, let's see, is this hot? I think this is, nope, that's a bit too hot. Okay, I'm going to, so I'm going to put the lid back on this. That'll do for tomorrow, along with the veg. Gravy, I'll show you the gravy in a moment.